What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Ready to Love. This is season 3, episode 10, Love and Loss. This episode was heavy. It was heavy for me. I was in tears. And I was in tears, I was in tears for Edwin, of all things. Even though what was going on was centered around Joy, it's what Edwin was feeling that brought tears to my eyes. That man was in love. He was in love with some joy. And even after last week's episode, I thought that he got it. I thought that he understood that Joy was saying that she's not choosing him. But listen to him talk this particular episode, it was clear that he was still hanging on to a hope and a prayer, to a wing and a prayer. He was hanging on to the fact that he had found the one for him. We start off the episode and people are sitting around trying to just hanging around, just chit chatting. It is still the night that Alex got eliminated. You could tell by it because everybody was still wearing the same outfits. So it's still that same night. So now everybody's going to Kumbaya afterwards. I thought that after an elimination, they didn't know who the person was that was eliminated until they congregated the next week to speak on what the assignment was. That didn't happen. Everybody got together afterwards. But it was kind of strange when I saw Adriana and Rashid. They seemed to be leaving each other. They was giving each other some nice little hugs and kisses. And when Adriana and Rashid hugged, she kind of gave him that sideways. I said she done made her decision. Her decision is Khalfani. She gave him that brotherly hug that she was doing to most people. It wasn't like I was all into you, Rashid. And she couldn't even compliment the man. She said, I think he said, you looking good, you looking something like that. He said something along those lines. And she was like, and you looking like, you looking like you always do. What the fuck does that mean? It was like she was trying to, she was ashamed to give him a compliment. She felt wrong in self to give him a compliment. He been your number one, your boo, your this, that, and third, and you can't even tell the man he look good tonight. You look like you always do. I was like, okay, decision made. And even though this wasn't the purpose of this episode, because it's considered love and loss, I guess in a way it kind of is. Basically, people were making decisions tonight. They were making decisions. Well, later on through the night, Ray gets woken. Jay, why do I keep calling him Ray? Jay gets woken up in the middle of the night. He's told to come down to Joy's room. When that happened, I instantly said, Joy has chosen Jay. We already knew this, but that made it very clear because either Joy wanted Jay to come there and she had the producers go get him, or the producers have already recognized the connection themselves, and that was the first person they thought to go to be by her side. Come to find out, Joy's sister had passed away, and what was really heartbreaking about that was that Joy had just spoke to her sister just hours before. I don't know if her sister, Gianna Hutton is her name, so rest in peace to Gianna Hutton. I don't know if she passed away from C-19 or what the situation was, but it was like she was fine, and then just a few hours later, she was gone. And this hit Joy like a ton of bricks, yo. And at this point, though, it became a focus of how Jay was feeling. He said he wanted to be there for her, he wanted to support her, and she was packing up and she was leaving. So when they said that she was packing up and she was leaving, I said, Jay is leaving too. He went downstairs to go talk to Tommy, and I thought that was going to be what his conversation was going to be about, was that he was letting Tommy know, I need to go be with her. This is the woman that I want to be with. I'm about to leave too. If she leaving, I'm leaving. So he let Tommy know what was going on, what happened with her sister, and then he said, Joy is packing to leave right now. Tommy got really emotional. I don't know how long ago it was that his father passed, but it brought up memories of his father passing away and the love that he felt he lost in that situation, and how he's able to hold on to his father's memory by thinking of all the good moments that they've had together. I haven't lost a parent. I haven't lost a sibling. So I haven't felt that strong of a hold like that. I've had cousins, uncles, and aunties that my bond was like undeniable with them, that the emotion just overtook me in such a way. And it seemed as if Tommy was getting more emotional about the situation than Jay was. But Jay did explain later to Winter that he's not a real emotional type of dude, and you could tell he was really trying to show a strong face and a strong force or what have you. And the entire time I kept saying, why are you still here? Why are you still here? And then in the second breath I kept saying, as soon as Edwin finds out, he's gone. There's no need for him to stay there anymore, because Joy was the only person that he had his eyes on. The only person that had his heart was Joy. So as soon as Edwin hears this, there's no need for him to stay there anymore, especially knowing that she's not going to come back. We only got 2 weeks left. We only got 2 weeks left of this. The final finale episode next week, and then I think the reunion show. So there's nothing that Edwin needs to hold on to keep him there, to hold him there. But Jay, this is the woman that you have bonded with deeply. Why are you still here? I just didn't understand. And it seemed like it took Tommy to say to Jay that, you know, sometimes you can't find the right words to say to people when they have this type of situation. Sometimes you just need to be present. And it seemed like it was those words that made Jay say, I need to go be with her. And that was my first initial thought. My first thought, go be with your woman. Go be with her. Okay, so Tommy held a meeting with the whole crew. And everybody was in this meeting. Am I going out of order? Yeah, everybody was in this meeting, and they were all wondering what was going on. It seemed that Jay, Winter, Adriana, that they were aware. Anthony seemed like he was none the wiser. Rashid seemed like, okay, something is up. Edwin was none the wiser. And Denice, she just knew that something was heavy going on. That's the way it all seemed to me. So when Tommy sat down and told them that Joy lost her sister, and that, you know, he started breaking down again. He started breaking down. Winter started breaking down. I think I started crying and shed a tear or two, my dang on self. Denice was fighting back tears, and Ray was still trying not to show any real emotion there. You know what I'm saying? But the emotion that was all over Edwin's body, the deep-seated emotions that just crept through him, the realization that Jay knew that her sister had passed, but he didn't. That clicked in his head like, that's who she chose. That I wasn't even the person that she wanted to lean on. It was Jay. I think all of that was sweeping through Edwin's face and body at the time. I was looking like, this brother gonna lose it right here. This brother gonna lose it something deeply, you know. So Tommy told him, look here, I ain't got no assignment for y'all this week. I just need y'all to go and sit with yourselves. Sit with your emotions, and, you know, that's all I got for you, right? Well, once they dispersed, I might be going out of order here. Denice is loony as a motherfucking loony bin. Look, Denice is crazy. I've been saying it from the beginning. Denice needs some psychiatric assistance. A 72-hour hold, something. She is in deep denial of the type of person that she is right now. She is in deep denial of her brokenness. She thinks that she's got her shit together. So she sits down with Khalfani, and she starts to express the way that she felt about him. and how, she didn't want to play no games with people no more. Time is short. We ain't got that much time left to live. Lose whatever. And she told Khalfani, we through. He was like, through? We ain't together. Like, somewhere in Denice's mind, they were in a relationship. He's already told her time and time again that they're not in a relationship. And then he expressed to her that, you have always been my number one. You've always been on top. But just over the past few weeks, I have grown closer to Adriana. My bond with her has grown stronger. And she said, oh, so you just going to flip that on me without even telling me? He said, what are you talking about? We talk every day. This is some stuff that you already knew. You already seen my transition from you to Adriana. I've already explained to you some reasons why, starting with your jealousy. That was a big concern for me. We talked about these things already, but Denice seems like, no, we didn't. You just bring this all on me, all at one doggone time. Okay, I see you. In the meantime, Jay and Winter go out to me. Jay is wearing his suit. His suit tight than a motherfucker, y'all. I don't even know how his balls was breathing. That suit was so damn tight. Went out to go talk to Winter. And Winter, like, how you doing? How you holding up? I know that you have a good bond with Joy, and I know this situation can be hard. And he said, look here, I need to let you know, I gave it some thought. It's the next day. I done gave it some thought, and I need to go be with Joy. So I'm going to leave the competition. I'm going to bow out. And Winter's like, oh, okay. But I think she was already fine with that. After she made her stronger connection with Anthony, she had already cut out Jay without saying the words. But I think it's still shocking for her to hear it. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm finna go try to be the best support that I can be. So he's gonna go meet her in Chicago with her family. I presume that's where he was heading, and try to let her lean on him, be the support that she needs. For some reason, I still feel that if Edwin was Joy's center, if Edwin knew in his heart without a doubt that he was the one, when Joy walked out that door, Edwin would have walked out with her. That's just my opinion. I just see him as that type of person. He wouldn't have let her make that trip to Chicago by herself. He wouldn't needed a second day to sit here and tell whoever, I gotta go be with the person, be her support. Jay know damn well he been running game on Winter. She's a kind, caring person, but he know damn well he ain't really feeling her like that. And I know it's a sign of respect to say, hey, I'm gonna gracefully bow out. He could have told her that yesterday and left yesterday with Joy. That's my personal opinion. But we needed the drama. We need to go see him out on the dock fishing, talking on his iPhone to somebody. In the next edit the scene, he didn't have the phones in the area. They come back to the edit scene, he was on the phone with somebody else again. I don't know if he's making flight arrangements or what have you, but I just couldn't understand why he was still here at all. Just couldn't understand it. Adriana and Rashid, they go have a sit down. Not sit down. They went to go play a game of Jenga with one another. I don't know what is wrong with Rashid, why he can't see Adriana's disconnect. He kept saying that they've always been each other's number one. He said he's put all his eggs in a basket just for her. And during parts of the game, I think she had to make an animal sound. It's one of the call cards on the Jenga block. And she couldn't make an animal sound. It was like she was just so uncomfortable to be with Rashid at that point. It was all over her face. I could see it. I don't know why he couldn't see it. She likes him, but she didn't want to be there. That was so clear to me. And when he pulled that block that said that he can get a kiss, she was like, okay, let's do this. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring it on in. Let's 1, 2, 3, go. Let's, and they kissed. It's not like they haven't kissed before. So it's not like it's a turn off for her, but it wasn't like I wanted to keep it going. But Rashid in his mind said, okay, when we kissed, I felt it reciprocated. What I was feeling for her, she was feeling for me. No, Rashid, that was not it. That was goodbye. That was hello goodbye to me. I'm telling you, that was hello goodbye to me. She is telling you with so many words without using them at all. You're not the one, bro. I like you, but I'm too much of a punk to let you go. Adriana's a punk. She's scared of making the wrong decision, like most people would do. But she's so, the reason I call her a punk is because she won't be honest with either of them. She won't tell Khalfani that she still considers Rashid, and she won't tell Rashid that Khalfani has won her over more than he has. She's scared to say it because she's scared of losing both of them. Because as soon as she do, Khalfani could have slipped on over to Denice. You know, she didn't know. She didn't know Denice had broke up with him the next day. Rashid, he would just leave because he ain't got nobody else that he want him there either. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Adriana's a punk as far as like being open with her feelings and her emotions. So Denice comes back to Khalfani, and she tells Khalfani, look her, did I say this already, that we broke up? She went back to him to tell him the broke up thing, that they was breaking up. And it's that she's in love or falling in love with Anthony. Now, just 2 episodes ago, she said that she was in love with Khalfani. Just the massage episode, she was in love with Khalfani. Now, she's falling in love with Anthony. Now, in the confessional, she tells us she don't really in love with Anthony, but she just told him that because she wanted him to fight for her. And Khalfani's like, all right, cool. Deuces. That's what you want. I ain't gonna hold you back. If you love him, let him go. You know what I'm saying? It was such a fucking relief for him, for her to be like, yeah, we done. And he's like, okay, girl. All right. That's how Khalfani was feeling. And Denice was slapped in the face. And she thinking, oh, well, at least I got Anthony. Well, on the flip side of things, Anthony and Khalfani, they have a conversation. And Khalfani said, look here, dog, I know that you and me have both been interested in Denice. I just want to let you know that she broke up with me. So the ball is in your court, partner. It's all yours. And Anthony's like, wait a minute, what? How she break up with you? Like, what relationship did y'all break up from? And if she broke up with you, that means that y'all were already in a relationship, which means that I was always playing second fiddle. Which that's not how, he thought that he was. He didn't think that he was in that light, that he was second fiddle. And he was like, well, she ain't talked to you? He's like, no, she ain't talked to me. He said, well, I'm going to let you know. She told me that she was breaking up with me because she was already in love with you. She's falling in love with you. And Anthony like, love? Love? Where'd that come from? That's what we all trying to figure out. So this causes great red flags for Anthony. It already caused great red flags for Khalfani. He was like, woo! I dodged the bullet on that one. That's how Khalfani was feeling. Well, we see Edwin, just going through some struggles, mentally, physically, everything right now. And Winter comes to him and she's like, hey, I just want to check on you. I know that joy was your world. You know what I'm saying? I know that that was where your heart lied. And he said, learning that her sister passed away yesterday and how that all played out, it let me know that her and Jay had a strong connection that I was afraid to realize, or I was afraid to recognize. Or maybe he didn't even say that part, but I'm saying it for him. He was afraid to recognize it. And he just knows that he cared for her greatly and he cares about her well-being, but he knows like where he stands with her at this point, right? And Winter tells him, like, look here, just knowing the connection that you have with her, I just want to make sure that you're okay. I just want to make sure that you're not checking out. I think Winter is one of the people that really recognize that this man is a ball of hurt. And at any moment, the loss of joy or the loss of the love that he thought he had that was building for joy could trigger him and set him back emotionally, mentally, in so many ways. And it took Winter to go check on him to see how you doing. Like, everybody was concerned with Jay. Everybody, concerned how Jay was feeling. But nobody was concerned about Edwin. Nobody but Winter. At least that's the only person they showed us was Winter. Well, Jay finally made his decision to leave. He came and told the group, like, I'm bowing out. I need to be by her side. Now that I'm gone, y'all have at it. You know what I'm saying? So that leaves us with 3 couples left. The thing is, it was only supposed to be 3 couples. But the problem is these 3 couples have love triangles. You know, Adriana is flirting with Khalfani and Rashid. Anthony is with Denice and Winter. Edwin's with no one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot going on right now. Tommy calls him in to kind of like get the feel of what everybody's been going through. It's 2 days now has passed, and you know, Tommy was like, you know, just put it all on the table. Anybody got anything to say? And Edwin spoke up. I started crying before he started talking. I'm just letting you know that right now. I really felt for this man. And you know, he just went through about how much of a better person Joy has made him become. How he realized that this journey for him wasn't about finding someone to love, because that person is definitely not here. But what he was able to do was learn more about himself as a man and how to deal with the demons that he has inside. Now, he had told Joy last episode that he's going to seek out a therapist, you know, just based off of what she was suggesting. Now, I do know, I was watching Little Black Book, I believe it was, interview him a couple weeks ago. And as of right now, he has not even started to pursue finding a therapist. He thinks that he could do this on his own. Edwin, brother, if you watching this, you need some help, bro. DM me on Instagram, My Twisted Life. You could DM me. You could hit me up on Twitter or something. We could talk about it. Like I said, I'm a veteran dealing with some of the same mental hazards and complications that you're dealing with. And maybe I could be a good resource just for you, somebody to knock some shit back off on. But you need to talk to someone. You really do. I felt for him, though. My heart felt heavy. Edwin was one of the people that was on this show looking for love, hoping to find true love. I honestly don't believe that majority of the people on here, that was their agenda. Now, some of them happen to connect with people that they weren't expecting to connect to, but their initial agenda, I don't think that's what they were about. Edwin, I think he was. That was so sad. It was just so sad. So Edwin left the competition, leaving 3 couples. Tommy said, I don't care if it's 2 couples left or 1 couple left when we get done with this process. But now it's time for y'all to get out of these love triangles and break it down to 1 person. Just 1. So now it's time to meet the families. So I guess Tommy's finna bring all the families there to the resort, because they can't leave out. They bring all the families there to them, to the resort. We don't know which family members is going to be. They don't even know. They didn't even realize that the family members was coming. So before we even go through this process, though, Winter had a conversation with Anthony early on. She's like, look here. Oh, no, let me go back. Denice had a conversation with Winter. And Denice was telling, they were both just sitting there saying that, you know, we both have an interest in Anthony and what the type of good dude he was and what the vibes were that each of them were having one another. And Denice tells Winter, well, you know, I broke up with Khalfani. And she's like, broke up? Everybody like broke up. She's like, yeah, I broke up with Khalfani. So Anthony's my number 1. He does it for me. You know what I'm saying? He's all that in the bag of chips, you know what I'm saying? And Winter's like, I don't want to say nothing about somebody's psychological state of mind. And now I'm finna say in my own words, this bitch crazy. That's basically what Winter want to say in a nice way. But Winter be trying to be on that women's empowerment shit, so she didn't want to say it like that. So, but that left great pause in Winter, because she like, what the hell is Anthony telling this girl? I need to know what's the tea. So she sat down and had a conversation with Anthony and was telling Anthony, you know what? I just want to know where your head is at. I just want to know if we are on the same page. And he's like, most definitely. You are it for me. You are my shining star. I know I've had a connection with Denice, but you are who I'm leaning towards. You are where my heart is going, right? They were on the same page. They was vibing, right? So Khalfani had that conversation with Anthony, and Anthony was like, I don't know what the hell is going on with her. What she means, she in love with me, yada yada yada. So Anthony came and said, hey, Denice, we need to talk, homegirl. Come on through, right? So he sit her down and she like, okay, what's up? Hey, babe. Hey, boo. You know, we vibe on such a level, this, that, and the third. You know, you my number one, and da. And when she told that man that she was falling in love, he's like, oh, no, that's a lie. You ain't genuine with that. He said, you know, I know you don't make connection with Khalfani. She said, no, but my heart has always been with you. I'm falling. She spelled it out. And Anthony's sitting there like, you know that little meme with the little monkey with the cigarettes, like, bitch, I know you lying, but go ahead. That's how Anthony was looking. The expressions on his face, my Uncle Greg do the same ones. I'm telling y'all, they do the same things. Denice is cuckoo crazy. And I think Anthony finally realized all the stuff that Khalfani was saying about Denice and how she flip out every once in a while and she go crazy, she gets stalkerous in a little bit. He's like, something ain't right. How she in love with me? Up until yesterday, she was all into Khalfani. And now all of a sudden, she in love with me? We ain't even spent that much time together. Love? That's a powerful word. That's a powerful word. So he sat down with her and he had to talk with her. He was like, look here, I just wanted to be fair to you. I don't want to lead you on. I'm going to move forward with Winter. I'm making my decision here and now. I'm moving forward with Winter. You're not going to be part of this equation. And Denice is like, huh? She said, I still got Khalfani. And he said, wait. Now, me and Khalfani had to talk yesterday, too. And he told me that he moving on from you as well. Now, he didn't tell her that Khalfani said y'all broke up. She was like, oh, I think I want to hear from Khalfani. What you need to hear from Khalfani for? You told him y'all was done. Remember that, girl? So he's like, okay, fine. I'm going to give him the respect to say it himself. So she said, well, I'll tell him to come over right now. Okay. He called Khalfani and said, hey, Denice want to talk to you, bro. You know, he went out and said and talked to Winter. He said, look her, I just let Denice know that I'm all about you. I ain't finna play games with her no more. This is where I'm at. And Winter's like, oh, cheers to that. I'll drink to that, right? So Khalfani go over there and sit down with Denice. And she was like, yeah, Anthony said you had something to say to me. He was like, what the hell are you talking about? She said, well, yeah, I was talking to him and I think she went on about the fact that they could focus on each other because he's deciding to be with Winter. He said, no, wait, pump your brakes, sis. Remember yesterday? We through. Our relationship over. We broke up. I'm in love with Anthony. Remember all that? I don't know why you don't remember. I remember it. So I was like, it's best for me to move on. I've moved on and away from you, girl. On and away from you. So now Denice is like, oh, you gonna play me like that? That's all right. I know I'm the prize. Y'all the ones that's losing now. You gonna treat me like I'm an option when I'm the main course. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Denice is exhausting to you. You need a therapist too. Don't hit me up in the DM though, because I'm not gonna talk to you about your therapy session. Because you need some more. You need a psychiatrist. No. Edwin can deal with a psychologist. I don't think he needs to be medicated. But you, honey, you need medication. And I know I said medication. That ain't a real word, but we're going to use it on this channel today. Something ain't right with Denice. I tried to watch one of her live streams. And remember I was talking about before how people, she talked to Khalfani and he don't be saying a damn thing. And she be like, oh, that was deep. That's how people that watch her live streams be. You be in the comment section and she don't be saying nothing. I got up today, the sky was blue, and I knew my spiritual journey had begun. And everybody in the comment section, that was deep, sis. You keeping it 100. I was like, girl, if you don't sit down with your... No, Denice, honey, no. Something ain't right with you, sis. Something ain't right with you. Anyway, Denice, since nobody wants her, nobody gonna love her anymore, she left. She exited the stage, left too. So now we have left is Winter and Anthony, and we got Adriana, Khalfani, and Rashid. And Adriana says, I know I want my cake and eat it too. I know. I don't know what decision I need to make. Yes, you do. You already made it. But we get to meet the family next week. So let's see how that goes. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Was it just me? I felt for Joy. I did. Like I say, rest in peace to her sister Gianna Hutton. But my hurt that I carried, that I shared, the energy that I pulled from this was Edwin for me. It really was. Y'all have a good one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and I tried to match Winter's lip gloss. I love that lavender look she had. So I just mixed 2 colors together on my lips. Majesty and Milky Way from my line. SurviveBeauty.com. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check it out. Get y'all some stuff. Get y'all some lip gloss and some lip balms. I'm working on my doggone foot soaks and stuff. And I'm working on the men's line, y'all. I'm working on the men's line. Y'all have a good one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe as always. Peace.